Holy moly, guys. Talk about a great way to end off the week for the stock market and for Palantir, which went up over 1% on the day and closed over 20 bucks per share. So we're going to break down the charts here on Palantir and we'll cover the indexes very quickly. So if y'all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. And guys, don't forget to follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks and get your free stocks from Moomoo. Link down below, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So we had all the indexes. Get ready for this, guys. They went up massively. Well, I guess the Russell went up massively. Not so much for the other three, but the Russell went up 3% on the day as we had the NASDAQ up 0.3%, pretty good after I believe it sold off yesterday. Now the NASDAQ is almost at 16,000 points, and we had the Dow Jones up 0.8%, pretty good. That's actually almost at, I think, not all-time highs, or actually, wait, is it almost at all-time highs? Let me see here, guys. Let's pull up that max chart. I don't think it almost is, or maybe it is. Yeah, let's see here. Now it's at about 36,240, and the all-time high is 36,900. So, yeah, I talked about this earlier. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's almost at all-time highs right now, which is nuts as the S&P went up 0.6% on the day, and this is almost at all-time highs as well. So crazy day across the board today, guys. Green across the board. The VIX went down, which don't even get me started on the VIX, guys. This thing keeps going lower and lower. It's at 12.6 right now on the VIX. Let me pull up the 4-hour chart. You guys can see that's pretty much at the low on the 4-hour chart, which we hit actually a fresh low a couple of days ago, and that was at 12.45. Now we're at 12.63. We're pretty much right back there, guys, right back down to that low. So let me show you what happened today with Palantir stock. Let's pull it up here, starting off with the intraday chart. So Palantir today saw a good amount of selling in the morning, especially in the pre-market and leading into the first 10 minutes-ish, 5-10 minutes of trading. You guys can see if I zoom in a bit, in the pre-market, we were at $20.17. That was pretty much the peak in the pre-market. Then we downtrended all throughout the rest of pre-market. Then we opened at about 1990-ish roughly. Then the markets, I think the markets in general sold off. Let me pull up SPY quickly and see. Yeah, a little bit of a dip at open there. Then boom, we blasted off on SPY. And Palantir saw a pretty significant sell-off in the morning, which then recovered very quickly. I mean, geez, guys, that's a V-shaped recovery. I mean, it's clear as day. So we saw that big sell-off to 1955. So that was an initial drop of 2% in the first 10 minutes of trading. Then we V-shaped recovered and went to $20.20, which took the high out from the pre-market. And then you guys can see on the intraday chart here, we then saw a bit of a dip, consolidated at 1975, 20 bucks, and then we uptrended for the rest of the day. And now in the pre-market, we hit aftermarket, excuse me, we hit $20.37, which took out the high from earlier in the day and from in the pre-market and from yesterday. So this in the short term, guys, and by the way, it looks like it's starting to break out on this 5-day. Let me show you this ascending triangle. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the videos, but you guys can see right here, we had an ascending triangle, and now it's starting to play out in the aftermarket as, again, we hit $20.37. So here on the 5-day, we're at a fresh high. We just hit one about a half hour ago. The ascending triangle is starting to play out, which means we could be getting ready for a shot here towards 2150 again, 2185, maybe in the short term, which you guys know, that was the high from the 20th of November, also from the 21st, I believe. So let me show you guys this right here. Let's draw that out. Boom. So you can see if we do break that $20.50 mark, boom, we could be going right to that point. Fill the gap right there. And obviously, it's not guaranteed. Maybe it happens next week. Maybe it happens the week after. Maybe it doesn't happen. I don't know. But the way we closed off today and the entire week this week was pretty bullish. And let's see if it leads into a breakout or a continuous, or let's see if this momentum continues heading into Monday here, guys, with the break above $20.50 as that is the high actually now that I'm looking at it from the 22nd of November. That's a big spot here. So if Palantir could somehow break out of that point next week, that's going to be a spot where we could see more upside. Let me show you the 4-hour chart quickly. Kind of looks like a inverse head and shoulders, does it not? Let me show you this quickly here, guys. Then we'll wrap up this part of the video. So you guys can see we have the left shoulder right here, we have the head right here, and we have the right shoulder now that's forming, and it makes sense that we're breaking out a bit because that would lead to the right shoulder completing and that inverse head and shoulders pretty much playing out. You guys can see right here, that is kind of what I'm looking for moving forward on Palantir, at least in the short term, based on what happened right now. As again, it went up 22 cents on the day. We're breaking out in the aftermarket, up over 1%. We're taking out the highs from the past couple of days. This looks pretty good for the bulls, and we'll see how it plays out moving forward. Make sure you guys subscribe, by the way, because we do regular updates on Palantir, on the charts, right? We cover the stock market, a bunch of stuff here, so make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button on this video. You might as well do that as well. Why not? And let me show you now quickly some other stocks that moved today. Then we'll wrap up the video. Let's see, we're about 6-7 minutes in. That's perfect timing here, guys. We have Foot Locker, which went up another 10% today. Jeez Louise, guys. This thing has been on a rampage ever since earnings that came out. It looks like a couple of days ago. Yeah, on the 29th of November, these earnings came out. And since that point, the stock was at what, 23 bucks. Now it's at 29.70, so it's up 28% in 3 to 4 days. That's unbelievable. And it's clear to me, guys, that we're breaking out on this 4-hour chart. We're now well above the highs from the past couple of months. We're at a multi-month high, and we're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross, all that good stuff. And at this point, although we're pretty overbought in the short term, let's be honest, but the next gap to fill is up to about $37, $38 based on this 4-hour chart here. That's where we held 38, 37 bucks back in the end of March, all the way up to about the middle of May. So we dumped under that after this earnings report here. And obviously now we're, trying to fight back up to those points. So that's where we're trading right now. You guys can see as we officially broke above what's that big spot that I'm drawing out here? $27.50 to 28 bucks. That's where we failed all throughout June, pretty much, July, heading into August. So we clearly broke out of there, and now we're running towards maybe the mid-30s, maybe high 30s. Of course, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but that's kind of what I'm looking at here on these charts, guys, on Foot Locker. As again, today the stock went up over 10%. Unbelievable. So let me see what else, guys. Macy's, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Macy's is running like crazy as well ever since earnings. That stock was at what, $10.50? Now it's at $17. I mean, come on, guys. This thing is ridiculous. Now it's officially breaking above the highs from mid-June all throughout the end of August, where we failed at about $16.75. Now we're above 17. We closed above 17, and there could be more upside there. $19. Maybe it breaks 19 bucks. But man, talk about momentum here on Macy's and Foot Locker. Unbelievable. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. But before you click off, don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo. I'm telling you, this is the best promo right now by far. Just use that link down below or go to StockSurfest.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat, and each of those, guys, get this, could be valued up to $2,000. And if you fund your account at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks you just got, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. So get your stocks. What are you waiting for? Use that link down below. And full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.